Hey Arnab, it's Nick Weber from CI Technologies with another project for you guys. It is Greenland, New Hampshire. They have 1,793 parcels on two scaled maps, 100 and 200. Another straightforward project. It's going to be just taking the source GIS. In this case, it's a parcels shapefile, and then also I'm going to give you here the CAD data as well as the PDFs. The PDFs are made from these individual CAD drawings. So if you could combine the GIS with those tax maps, all features and text from the PDFs will need to be digitized and captured and combined into our CAI data model. The shapefile is older than the PDFs, so it's going to involve adding, removing parcels, maybe some line work changes to match the PDFs. The data does line up pretty well right now to the imagery, but if there are areas you come across, and I can take a quick peek, I haven't dug too deep into it. If you could use the New Hampshire orthos, I know I'm using the Google here, but if you could use the New Hampshire orthos, I've given you the link to those in the work order. But you'll see overall the data, the right-of-ways seem to fall within the road network. But if you do come across an area, if you could please adjust it to better match the aerial photography, that would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, again, it's fairly straightforward. There is one kind of odd thing with this town, and it's related to their condos. If we come here onto this map, here's the overall sheet, map U1, and there's two parcels here that we can use as an example. But 67A and F here are actually related to the condo numbers, and it's telling us check out C1 inset G. Same thing down here in set H. Basically, if you could capture this as it is, and then what you'll do is if you'll just go onto these maps and capture the building footprint and leader in these pieces of text to those. They're going to be part of the parcel fabric with a feature type of condo, as well as in the building polys. One thing I've noticed with the GIS data is that the overall polygon kind of was randomly assigned one of these two numbers. Same thing down here. If you could use the number that has the acreage assigned with it, so in this case, or these two cases, you see 67A, 67D both have an acreage. So if these overall lots could be tagged as U1 67A, U1 67D, as like I said, I believe in the GIS data they were kind of inconsistent with how they did that. And I think like this one might be 67F, this is 67D. Can zoom to that area right here. So here's that same area. You can see they basically just put a rectangle in here. So if you could get rid of that rectangle, actually digitize the condos that are on map C1 like this and tag them as such. And like I said, this overall will be 67A, which in this case, they've actually done it just as 67, it looks like. And this is 67F, so they even actually have it on the wrong parcel as well. So if you just keep track of that, mimic the PDFs, that would be greatly appreciated. Another thing to take note of is the road network is not part of the parcel polys. If you could add that back in and give it a feature type of road. I believe the water, in some cases right here, you can see this is water. If you could add that back in, that would be greatly appreciated. And the last item that is a little different in this town than compared to normal circumstances is they do show some catch basins and some pipes here. You can see they're labeled as such in the legend. They do show it as a solid fill, but I'm noticing that they're all hollow. If you could capture these as points, so This case, there would be 2 points. You would have one here, one there, and then a pipe connecting the two. If you could capture those in planimetric features, that would be greatly appreciated. So you have planimetric points, planimetric lines. Looks like you'll just have, looks like they've got catch basin and drainage pipe. And then this would also be, you could just call that a drainage pipe as well with the arrow, which is the direction of flow. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a buzz or shoot me an email. Otherwise, look forward to working with you again, and good luck.